Hi everybody, this is Crystal. So today I'm going to show you how to make this hat here. Now this is my old wooden dolly Eleanor. She is a size 0 to 3 months and it fits her perfect. And it's made out of cotton, so it's a nice summer bonnet type hat for your little one. Size 0 to 3 months. I don't have any other sizes available. I do have this in an adult size. I'll put a link to that below. I don't have any other kid sizes yet, but I will eventually. But if you want to look at the adult one, it's even made in the same color. I'll put a link to that below in the description box. And then it just has a little flower on here, which I got off eBay. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll really appreciate it. That way you never miss any of my tutorials or giveaways or anything like that. So let's go ahead and get started on this. Okay, for this project, I'm using Peaches and Cream, which is a 4-weight 100% cotton yarn. You don't have to use cotton, but cotton is a lot cooler in the summer, so it makes a nice summer hat. But you can use acrylic if you want, as long as it's a 4-weight. Color I'm using is called Sunshine, and there are 100 and... You guys probably already see it. I can never find it. 120 yards in this skein. In one skein will be plenty to make this hat. You'll probably need 100 yards probably to make this hat. And then I'm going to be using a size J, which is a 6mm crochet hook. Okay, you want to start with the slip knot on your hook. And now we're going to work a chain of 5. And now we want to slip stitch into the first stitch to form a ring. Just like that. Now we're going to be working in the ring. So we're going to chain 1, which does not count as a stitch. We're going to go right back into the ring, work right into the ring, and work a single crochet. And now we're going to work a shell. A shell is 5 double crochets. So we're going to go ahead and work 5 double crochets in to the ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 5. So we kind of just want to repeat that single crochet and then 5 doubles 4 times. So we're going to go ahead and single crochet again into the ring and then work our shell, our 5 doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we single crochet into the ring, 5 doubles again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we single crochet into the ring again. Now we need to do 5 more double crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we don't need to single crochet after this one because we are back at the beginning where our first single crochet is. So go ahead and slip stitch into that first single crochet that we made, and that'll end round 1, and you'll have 4 shells. And it kind of looks kind of square or clover looking. That's fine. Go ahead and pull your tail, and that'll close that center circle up a bit, and then later we can sew it together the rest of the way. Okay, for round 2, we have to do some increases, some shell increases. So we're going to start off by slip stitching 3 times, which will bring us to the center of this first shell. So go ahead and slip stitch 3 times. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Now we're at the center of our very first shell. So we're going to chain 1 and go right back into that same stitch and single crochet like that. Now we're going to skip 2 stitches, skip, and we're going to shell increase, and it's going to be into this single crochet right here. Now to shell increase, we're going to work into the single crochet. We're going to work 3 double crochets. So there's 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to do a chain 1, and we're going to go right back into the same stitch and do 3 more double crochets. So that's how we work the shell increase. And that's kind of what we're going to repeat all the way around now. So we're going to skip 2 stitches, skip, and we'll be single crocheting in the middle of the next shell. And then again, we're going to skip 2 stitches, skip, and so we're going to work right down here in this single crochet, and we're going to work a shell increase. So we're going to go right into it, and we're going to work 3 double crochets. There's 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to chain 1, go back into that same stitch and work 3 more double crochets. There's 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to repeat again. You're going to skip 2, single crochet in the middle of the next shell, skip 2, shell increase will be right down here in the single crochet. So 3 doubles, chain 1, and 3 more doubles. Okay, again, skip 2, single crochet into the middle of the next shell. So skip, single, and then you'll skip 2 again, which will bring you to the single crochet down here, and do a shell increase into that single crochet. 3 doubles, chain 1, and 3 more doubles. Now we're going to end with a slip stitch into our first single crochet right here. So we'll be skipping these 2 right here and end with the slip stitch into that first single crochet. And you should have, now it looks really square, you should have 4 of these shell increases this time. And that's fine, it's supposed to look square like that. We'll round it out here. Okay, now what we're going to do is these shell increases, we put 3 doubles, a chain 1, and 3 doubles. The 3 doubles are acting as a shell now. So we're going to slip stitch 2 times to the middle of the first shell, so the middle of these 3 stitches. So go ahead and slip stitch 2 times. Now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to single crochet back into that same stitch. That. Now we're going to skip 1 stitch, and in the chain 1 space we're going to put a regular shell. So 5 double crochets into to that chain 1 space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to skip 1, this one right here, and single crochet into the next. So we're not shell increasing anymore. So we're going to skip 1 again, and then this single crochet right down here, we're going to do a regular shell. So 5 double crochets into that single crochet. Skip 1 and single crochet into the middle of these next 3 stitches here, this next shell increase here. So skip 1 and single crochet, skip 1 and shell into the middle of this chain space right here. So 5 doubles into that chain space. And then we're going to skip 1, which is this one right here, and we'll single crochet in the middle of these 3 right here. Skip 1, and then we'll shell into the single crochet right here. So shell into the next single crochet. Skip 1, single crochet into the next, skip 1 and shell into the next chain space, skip 1, so this one right here, and single crochet into the next space, skip 1 and shell here into this single crochet, skip 1, single crochet into the next space, skip 1 and shell into the next chain 1 space, skip 1, sometimes it's hidden, skip 1 and single crochet into the next space, skip 1 and shell into this next single crochet right here at the beginning. It's kind of been slip stitched, so it's hard to find, but now we're going to end with a slip stitch into our first single crochet, and now you should have 8 shells all the way around. Okay, now we're going to slip stitch 3 times to the middle of our first shell. Chain 1, go back into the same spot and single crochet. So round 4 is kind of the repeat row that we're doing right now. So now we're going to skip 2 again, and then the single crochet down here we are going to shell. Then we're going to skip 2, single crochet into the middle of the next shell, skip 2 and shell down here in this next single crochet. Skip 2, which will bring us to the middle of the next shell, and single crochet. Skip 2, which will bring us down here to the single crochet, and then we're going to shell into that single crochet. And we're just going to keep repeating that. Skip 2, which will bring us to the center of the next shell, so we single crochet into it. Skip 2, which will bring us to this single crochet, so we shell into that single crochet. And again, skip 2, single into the middle of the next shell, skip 2 and shell into the next single. So I'm going to repeat this until I get back to the beginning. Okay, I made it to the end of round 4, and I'm going to go ahead and end with a slip stitch into my first single crochet. Now I'm just going to keep repeating round 4. You should have 8 shells at the end of round 4. So again, I'm going to slip stitch 3 times to the middle of my first shell. That's how I start every round, just like we did in the previous round. Chain 1, single crochet back into the same stitch, skip 2 and shell into that next single crochet. Skip 2 and single crochet into the middle of the next shell, skip 2 and shell into the next single crochet. So I'm just going to repeat round 4. I'm just going to keep repeating it until I get my hat as long as I want it to be. It's okay if it's kind of not flipping down yet. It'll take a little while, but eventually it'll start flipping down like a hat. So we'll just keep repeating the previous row for several rows. I'm not quite sure how many I'm going to do, but I'll let you know here in just a second how many total rows I do. Okay, I have done 10 rounds altogether. That is starting from round 1 all the way down to number 10. So now I'm going to do another row of increases so I can make the brim of the hat. So I'm going to slip stitch 3 times to the middle of the first shell. And I'm going to chain 1, so we're on round 11 now, and single crochet in that first stitch. Now I'm going to skip 2 stitches, and in the next stitch, which will be the single crochet, I'm going to do a shell stitch increase. So right into that, we're going to do our 3 doubles, just like we did in the beginning. Chain of 1, and then 3 more doubles. Just like that. Now we're going to skip 2 again, single crochet in the middle of our first shell, skip 2, and then we'll be in the single crochet, and we're going to shell increase into that single crochet. So there's 3 doubles, chain 1, and 3 more doubles. So we're going to kind of repeat this all the way around for round 11. Skip 2, single into the middle of the next shell, skip 2, and then you'll shell increase into the next single crochet. So 3 doubles, chain 1, and 3 more doubles. So I'm going to repeat this pattern all the way around until I get to the end of round 11. Skip 2, single into the middle of the next shell, skip 2, shell increase into the next single crochet. Okay, I have come to the end of round 11, and I'm going to end with the slip stitch into my first single crochet, and you should have 8 shell increases. Okay, now we're going to slip stitch 2 times to the middle of these 3 stitches of our first shell increase. So slip stitch 2 times. 1 and 2, chain 1, single crochet back into that same stitch. And now we're going to do a shell right here into the chain 1 space of the shell increase. So work your 5 double crochets. And then we're going to skip 1 stitch and single crochet in the middle of these 3. And now we're going to skip 1 stitch and shell down here into this single crochet. And that's the repeat for round 12. Skip 1, and you'll be single crocheting into the middle of these 3 stitches. Skip 1 and shell into the chain 1 space. Skip 1, single crochet into the middle of these 3. Skip 1 and shell down here into this single crochet. So we're not doing any more shell increases anymore, so it's just regular shells. Skip 1, single crochet into the middle of the 3 stitches there, and then skip 1 and you'll shell into the chain 1 space. Skip 1, shell into the middle of the 3, skip 1 and shell into the single crochet. So I'm going to repeat that all the way around until I get back to the beginning. Okay, I'm coming to the end of round 12, and I'm going to end with the slip stitch into my first single crochet. And then I'm going to tie this off. Now you should have 16 shells at the end of that last round. And I'm going to tie this off. Sorry, my cat's tail's in the camera. He's up here. He likes my desk probably because of the lights. But I'm going to go ahead and I clip that off. Now I'm going to go ahead and hide these tails real quick. Okay, I got my hat done. I just put a flower on mine. It's not a crochet flower, it's just a flower that I had. I think I bought it off eBay for really cheap. And I got my wooden doll, Eleanor. Eleanor is a newborn to 3-month size. That's what size she is. So you can see, and it fits her nicely. Here, let me set her up here. Check her out. And there it is. Eleanor's wearing it. So that's it. That's all there is to it. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check me out on Facebook also. And don't forget to check out bagodaycrochet.com. Also, don't forget to check out the Bagoday Crochet merch store. I got all kinds of cool stuff on there if you want to support Bagoday Crochet. And please don't think Eleanor's too creepy. I know a lot of people think these old wooden dolls are pretty creepy. Yeah. Eli thinks she's creepy, but yeah, I think she's beautiful.
I think her creepy by her teeth, her weird teeth.
Her weird teeth. Bye, everybody. Have a good day.